Forever 21 opened a new store every 2.5 days at their peak. By 2019, they had already filed for bankruptcy and closed 178 stores. The expansion mistake that they made is one that every retailer needs to understand. See, everybody thinks that Forever 21 failed because of e-commerce or because of fast fashion competition. It's not the case. The real killer was something psychologists call growth imperative fallacy. And in the most basic of terms, they confused expansion with evolution. Here's the fatal mistake. While Zara was testing smaller markets with smaller format stores, Forever 21 was signing expensive long-term leases at massive flagship locations without understanding that their customers were shifting to mobile-first shopping. Gen Z and millennials were already abandoning malls. The chains built their empire on a very simple model: high volume, low prices, and massive stores. But they ignored these three critical signals. First, their target demographic, Gen Z, which is people born from 1995 to 2009, were spending 80% of their time on mobile devices shopping. Second, they were trapped in these 10 to 15-year leases while e-commerce was shifting nearly every 18 months. And third, they just kept building like it was 2005. And here's what sophisticated retailers such as Zara understood that Forever 21 missed. They used a test and scale methodology. Open small stores, gather some data for 12 to 18 months, and then decide whether or not to expand. And Forever 21 did the total opposite. They committed to massive locations before even understanding the demand. I think the psychology behind it is absolutely crazy because they were optimizing for landlord negotiations instead of customer behaviors. So what lessons can we learn about Forever 21's failures on retail expansion? Well, growth without customer intelligence is just expensive guessing. You could only imagine what they could have accomplished in today's day and age had they had some sort of AI that was helping analyze all of the data. Smart retailers today follow a three-step framework. First, just start with a temporary or smaller format store to test the market. Second, use actual purchase data and foot traffic analytics, not just gut instinct. Third, build lease flexibility into every agreement because the customer behavior changes faster than ever. The lesson here is not that physical retail is dead. It's that expanding without evolving your model to match generational shopping behaviors is a recipe for bankruptcy. So sometimes the best strategy isn't just opening more stores, it's opening smarter stores.